robust urban garlic flavor.
Welcome home.
Okay, I need to take a very brief break. This will not be a long one. But we got, I had a few things delivered. I want to go bring them in. I don't want to leave them on the front porch. So I'll be right back, guys. Just going to bring in some packages and probably use the bathroom quick, and then we'll resume. I'll be right back.
13 minutes later.
Okay, I'm back, and there will be no further breaks until the food arrives. The food is arriving, over an hour. Oh, wow. So I'll be here for about another, hour and a half, 90 minutes, and then food arrives, and then we do DSP tries it, okay? Cool. I'm back. Okay, let's continue. Okay, I'm back, and Assassin Gamer is saying exchange bones for Jaguar skins at the general store. Oh.
Wow, for once he actually started the playthrough video without giving a long-winded summary about the prior part that people of the 5 that just watched it already know.
What just happened? What the... Something very bizarre just happened. It said my food was 7 minutes away. Now it has reset, and it says that the guy is en route, but it doesn't say where he is. It was 7 minutes away, like a block away. Where's the food? I think my food might be missing. I think this guy might have... I'm serious, like, I think I'm screwed.
Yeah, as we speak, the guy who DoorDash Phil's order is driving straight down to Tijuana, Mexico with that delivery. He's such an idiot. He can't comprehend that the GPS isn't working for like 5 minutes. He just wants to find an excuse to complain every single time. And yes, obviously the food got there. Captain Crumbcake got his fast food.
And broadside cannons, let's do that. Do a bunch of upgrades. Then we're gonna go get my food. That's about it. It's all I can afford. I have no money.
Yeah, he spent all his available funds on Pokemon and other style of trading cards.
Increased damage by front cannons. I'll save it. Okay, let's save up. Great stream today. Obviously, great progress. Tons of upgrades. Here we go. Save. Because we didn't save today. All right, here we are. Good stuff, guys. See you next time for more Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync. All right. Good stuff, right? That was fun. So the food is here. It just arrived. Let me set this up. It's probably ice cold because it took so long to get delivered.
Oh well, if you want it done faster, try and get Kat to do it instead. I mean, yeah, if you're ordering food during a busy time of the day, there could be traffic, there could be stoplights. The roads aren't getting cleared for Mr. Phil Burnell.
So I think you guys can see how weird it is getting food delivered. So I always try to get it 3:45 p.m. It's now 4:06, so 20 minutes late. Sometimes I'll order it 3:45. It shows up at 3:30. So there's no way to actually get the food to show up at the right time when you have it delivered. It's completely random.
Yeah, well, Phil, if you want control over the time, you got to do it yourself. And then there's other factors that go into it, like traffic, as I said before, that affects it.
All right, get the camera set up and I'll go get my food.
I'm not going to do the DSP tries part because I always find it long-winded and boring and nothing really of much value to sift through. So we're just going to go straight to the end of his game tryout stream. Obviously, it didn't hit the goal because he's doing 4 things at once and he's not entertaining. So there's no game to support there.
Conger looks great, like, to be honest. That looks like the graphics look really good, do they not? Like, I'm actually impressed with how it looks on there. However, it's old. And I wonder, for some people, you know, how that's aged. Do they find that funny? Do they find that boring? That's a pretty long intro for a platformer. And technically, we haven't even unlocked all the stuff yet. You know, we're still going to go through and all the other things are going to unlock as you play.
Yeah, his audience wants shiny new games, not rusty old games.
What sucks is this game doesn't have the online capabilities, right? It's like, I'll give you an example.
Really? You want to play more online matches? How about we enable voice chat and see what happens?
Anyway,
I just found that sequence so odd with the eyebrow raising, I had to play it multiple times. He's not even looking at the camera, yet he's raising his eyebrows.
Anyway, this was a fun, chill night stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a good time just taking a look at these games with you, and I hope that you guys had a good time. I didn't even record it. I just basically am going to leave this as an archive stream so anyone can watch it after the fact in its entirety and see what we did together. For the record.
So I guess there wasn't a lot of unrecorded Begman guilt-tripping scenarios in this one, huh? He's actually right in that those Begmans have nothing to do with his playthrough. But here's the thing, everybody wants to see the Begman. They don't want to see the gameplay. So we should do that with the reverse. You should cut everything but the begging out.
No, guys, we did not hit $150 to support. Therefore, We're not going to do any pack openings tonight.
Yeah, just have a variable goal. If you hit this certain amount, then it actually happens on the stream. But if you don't hit the amount, it happens on the next stream. It's like you got to have a set rule. If you start it as you open packs at the end of the stream and then change it like you did on the fly a couple weeks in, people are going to get upset. Like, honestly, what he should do is just combine both stream card pack totals and do it the next day on the podcast. Because, you know, anything he brings up on the podcast is not interesting at all. He doesn't have anything to say. It's just him bringing up his schedule like 40 times and ranting and raving about trolls and other stuff he shouldn't bring up. But no, he's like, the goal is this, and then it's not this if you don't hit this part, because he's just too lazy to edit 2 videos together, and he wouldn't know how to do that because he has to do his stupid intros, stupid conclusions. He doesn't know how to cut stuff out. Because then he'll be like, do I have to summarize what happened in the first part where I opened packs on this stream? He'd just get all confused.
As I've explained, there's no point in doing a entire video for one pack that's going to be done in 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, surprisingly, he's already done 38 whopping videos of this garbage pack unopening. Obviously, not getting a ton of views there, but most of them are over 8 minutes long. He has a few that are like 6 minutes, but he wants to drag it out as long as possible, even though nobody's watching for longer.
If we had at least gotten 2, I would have done it, but we didn't. So what we're going to do is save it for tomorrow.
Yeah, and you know what the total to get 2 pack rips is? 150. Otherwise, it's 100 and somebody has to bring in a $50 contribution. So yeah, the 150 goal is there, but the reward is even dumber than ever because you're rewarded by getting less gameplay and stuff you don't want to see.
And we'll do it together on the first stream with whatever kind of support that we get. To be honest, no, I'm not disappointed. It was funny you guys did support the stream for the first hour, and then for the last hour, like, not a single contribution, but for the first hour, it was heavily supported.
What happened? Did they fall asleep? Did they stop opening their piggy banks for you? Yeah, I'm not complaining. And then he goes into, well, you support for 1 hour, but you didn't support for the second hour. What happened, guys? I'm the same. Was it the game's fault? Did the game make you not want to pay me?
And I did enjoy hanging out with all of you. I'm not mad or anything.
He's not mad, guys. He's just disappointed that you didn't give him all your money. You see, whenever you have something go into your bank account, Darkside Phil wants 100% of it immediately. That's the rules. You're the king's peasants. You pay him everything.
Quite frankly, I just wanted to do it for variety, and I wanted to see for myself what those were, because I didn't know what some of those games were. And,
we had such a well-supported stream last night of Final Fantasy VI. I don't really, it's not a huge deal. So
yeah, Phil actually gets a thought about reality. Hey, wait, I got a ton of money from a lot of people, allegedly, even though we all know it was one guy, the day before. So they think I'm good for a while, so I'm not going to be hitting a lot of goals. And the hilarious part of this, his daily rap when he gets whaled out, 3 minutes. When he doesn't, 12 minutes. So it tells you what the daily rap's about. Not what he did on stream in terms of his podcast and playing the game, but actually his begging for money and how much support he got. Financial support.
Thank you to those who were here. If you chilled and enjoyed, I'm glad that you did. And tomorrow we'll reconvene and, hopefully get back on track with this stuff. And tomorrow night will be a late stream of more Final Fantasy VI. Now, I explained this on the earlier stream. I'll say it again. Final Fantasy VI, I can't make any money on it whatsoever on YouTube because the entirety of the playthrough will be claimed for the music. As stupid as that sounds, whoever has the licensing to the music basically told YouTube, claim all music for this game and we want all ad revenue. So those videos make me nothing.
Here's the reality. This is all nonsense. Like part 1, that's gonna have the most views, 1,000, okay? Part 2, not even 500. So he's gonna get probably like 300 to 500 per video. Yeah, he's probably not even gonna make $5 for each time he uploads gameplay of this game. So it's a moot point. It's just hitting me. I'm pretending I'm making more money than I actually am. So you need to support Phil by giving him an extra $3.37 each time he streams, when he's out here pretending that he's getting like hundreds of dollars from each video. The thing is, the ad revenue money he does get is because he has like 80,000 videos on the channel, and he's only getting like 14,000 views. I looked it up on Social Blade. That's around the average. That's not entirely accurate because you have the live streams, but like Like, that's not nothing, but it's not anywhere close to what he gets on one live stream. No, I think what he's really complaining about here is the ad revenue while it's live is being claimed, because that is definitely more than what he gets from his on-demand uploads. Because let's say he actually averages like 200 to 300 viewers like it's showing us right now. That's worth more over 5+ hours than having 300 views on a video, obviously, or even 1,000. So I guess that's what he's seething about. Again, I don't think it's a huge amount. It's probably like a fraction of what he gets in one stream. Maybe he gets like 1/6 of his goal if he has a really good day in terms of viewership. If he runs ads like every 6 minutes or something stupid like that. But I don't know. All I know is that it's definitely when he live streams the game, he's making more on ad revenue on the stream than he is on his on-demand uploads. That's fairly obvious.
So as long as you guys keep showing up and engaging and supporting with the Final Fantasy VI streams when I stream it, we're good.
Yeah, he's gonna be so disappointed when the whale doesn't drop by and the second stream is like 250, then the third stream is like 150, and then DSP will whine and complain and see that the goal is like 200 or 250 now. You know, if he was smarter and he actually cultivated an audience, he'd be better off streaming like 6 to 8 times a week, because he can then have big streams. If you have a big stream, obviously your viewers are going to be tapped out and they're going to give you less the next stream. When you stream 12 times a week, it's like not rocket science whatsoever. Phil is like 5 people doing the heavy lifting for him in terms of donating, and he's gaslit himself into believing that's like 500 people supporting him. Like, if he had a huge viewer base, he wouldn't have problems hitting goals. But when you constantly berate your audience, what ends up happening is that you get less people willing to contribute and willing to watch you.
So if you liked it last night, if you want that playthrough to continue, Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, please be here tomorrow night and support that playthrough. Let's keep that momentum going. Also, like I said, we qualified for 1 pack opening tonight. We're not going to do a whole video for that, so that will carry over to tomorrow's daytime stream. Hopefully tomorrow we'll qualify for 1 or more pack openings, and then we'll do the Pitch Black tomorrow. Oh, by the way.
Well, actually, they already qualified for 1. They need to qualify for an additional 1. So instead of paying $150 for 2, they're paying $200 for 2. Unless somebody decides to be extra generous and give a $50 contribution.
One other update, because this might be an important update. Hold on.
It's not an important update. Whenever he says it's important, it's not.
I just want to confirm something. Give me a sec.
Hey, Ironhead Sakai, you're going to come back on this stream tomorrow night and wail out on me again? I'm hoping you do. XOXO.
Okay, so listen up. If all goes according to plan and nothing interrupts, which it might, because you remember what happened last week with the Final Fantasy cards, right? If all goes according to plan, tomorrow, if we're not interested in the Pitch Black cards, I have a box of One Piece cards arriving during the day.
Yeah, obviously, he didn't open the Pokemon packs. Instead, he opened One Piece because, you know, when he says we, it means him. And he really convinced them, aka told them, you want the One Piece cards, you don't want the Pokemon cards. Because what I say, we do.
Now, I don't know exactly when, but instead of opening a pack of Pitch Black, we could take the card pack from tonight and we could start opening One Piece for the very first time.
Who wants to bet that the cards already got there and he made up a lie, so whenever he wanted to take a break to go get the cards, he could do so and pretend he was opening a package? Say you have extra little breaks built in your stream. He probably has a whole storage rack in the hallway with a bunch of card boxes on it.
We don't even know what those cards are like. I've heard that they look nice, that they're valuable, okay?
They're valuable. That's all he cares about. As long as they're worth money, it's important to him. Otherwise, not. You could just have an image of his toilet after he made a mess in it, and he would be like, if it's worth $400, I'll take this.
So we could do that instead. All right, so let's see what happens tomorrow. If the One Piece cards arrive during that stream, that'd be pretty neat to do a new box of cards, and then we can get back to the Pitch Black maybe after. Okay, all right, everyone. I want to say thank you. Nice, chill, late stream. Don't worry. I'm serious about this. Don't worry about the support for today. I didn't even care.
Dude, I don't care if you hit the support goal or not. You're the one constantly mentioning it. What, you think your fans are just like peeing their pants or something in fear of your wrath at not hitting a goal? Wow. That says a lot about you and how you run your streams. Must be a chill, fun, positive time there.
Last night was such an amazing stream with the amount of support I got. I knew if today was slow, I didn't give it. It was a great day regardless. And tomorrow we get back on track. Hopefully we'll open some One Piece cards, okay? More Final Fantasy VI, and of course, Maybe for One Piece cards. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. On to close to 13 minutes of Darkside Phil saying he's okay with 2 goals not being hit, even though he constantly is insinuating he's not.
It was a day of way less support.
Why don't you talk about what fun things happened on the stream, not about whether you got money or not in the first 20 seconds of your video? You know he has the music amped up because he hopes detractors will get their videos claimed.
But considering how awesome yesterday went, particularly last night's Final Fantasy VI stream, number one, it was kind of expected, and number two, wasn't really a big deal.
It's not a big deal, but yet it dominates the first 30 seconds of his video. Hey guys, guess what I got up to today? I got a little less support than I usually do, but I got whaled out the day before, so it's all good. Wow, what a way to engage your audience.
But we have a lot to talk about because if you didn't see the morning show, a lot has changed. Allow me to explain. Let's go.
Oh, I saw a clip of this. I'll play it. Yeah, he thinks getting whaled out on one night means his life is entirely changed.
As a result of yesterday's streams, we got a lot of adjustments and things that are going down this week. So I just want to let you know exactly where we stand with everything because we got a lot happening right now at a rapid pace. This is going to result in schedule changes, different versions of episodes that aren't the usual, new stuff coming up out of nowhere, and more. So let's talk all about it. It was crazy. Yesterday, my return day went very well. You know, not only having an awesome Pokemon Brilliant Diamond stream, but also an amazing premiere of Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, the likes of which I never expected. You know, there's something to be said about being a victim of one's own success. That stream last night was so successful that I didn't really have time to do everything that I wanted or needed to do.
Wow, you either stream longer or you save it for the next stream, you idiot, considering you stream 12 times a week. But guess what? If you got whaled out on over $600, maybe you should do something special and stream a little longer. But no, you gotta just run away with your money and go to Sweaty Men JPEG Mobile Games and Gin.
You know, my late streams start around 7 p.m. Pacific time, and they're supposed to end by like 9:30, 9:45. I wasn't out of here till 10:30, and we still weren't done.
Cry me a river. You got more than double the support you do on a typical day. Get over it.
Okay? So many people showed up to support Final Fantasy VI, and I don't just mean, oh, 1 or 2 people. It was huge contributions on YouTube.
Yeah, by saying, oh no, it wasn't 1 or 2 people. It was definitely 1 or 2 people. I mean, it almost always is. You know, Phil, he can't contact 70 whales at once.
Huge contributions on Kick. Huge tips were coming in via PayPal. It was nuts, the support that people were showing for the classics. And so because of that, I basically owed you guys an insane amount of pack openings, the likes of which we didn't have time for, because obviously I wanted to play the game for a couple of hours on its premiere stream. No one would have been happy if I played for an hour and then opened packs for the rest of the night.
Wow, for once he actually gets that cutting into gameplay for the pack rips is not a good idea. The whale must have specified that in his demands. You know what he should do? He should just have one stream that's exclusively pack rips so we can just put it into a corner somewhere and don't have to deal with it.
Where I recapped what an amazing night we had of Final Fantasy VI last night.
Yeah, he recapped how much money he got, how much that one sucker gave to him.
So good that there was no way that I could even do all the content I was supposed to do. I was unable to open all those Pokemon cards that I owed you, and I explained that on that very stream right after the morning show. I would do a special edition of DSP pack rips where I would open those cards.
I mean, you're holding off like the one pack rip videos because you want multiple packs to be open, so of course you're gonna hold off that. What's keeping you from streaming longer, Phil? We all know you're up past midnight. You only finished at like 10:30. Special occasions cause for special rules.
And I also talked about how I'm increasing the frequency of Final Fantasy VI streams.
Oh, you know what that means. You gotta open up your piggy banks a little bit wider. Actually, a whole lot wider. It needs to be gaping. Actually, just take a hammer and smash it all entirely. Phil will take it all right now.
We're gonna play it 2 more times this week because people liked it so much, and I want to get a good chunk into the game while we have it nice and fresh in everyone's mind.
Translation, support was slow or less than expected, so he needs this big new shiny game to get him money. He's gonna be like, guys, we got over $600 last stream. Let's try and top it on the next one. It wasn't just one guy pulling the entire load, it was all of you, so you need to open up your wallets too.
So people can keep following the story and enjoying rather than having to wait an entire week to watch 2 parts. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, those 300 people watching for 3 minutes surely are waiting with bated breath. It's all a lie. It's like, I'm hoping that this whale comes back because he promised to come back.
which then allowed me to do the big whale hunt.
You do that every single day. What's the difference if you're doing that in a game?
2 hours, 45 minutes of gameplay. It was a lot of gameplay today.
Remember when it used to be 3 hours of gameplay was the standard? Now 2 hours and 45 minutes is a lot. He's trying to get it down to 2 hours each day stream.
Without outright spoiling, actually the most disappointing visit to Jollibee I've ever had.
Yeah, nobody cares, Phil.
Now, support on this first stream, I'll be honest with everyone, it wasn't great.
Wow, I thought you said earlier it didn't matter. Why are you still making a big deal about it? You just can't help but scold your audience.
I think we made 80 bucks, okay? Which obviously, yeah, you want to do better than that. We didn't even qualify to open another pack of cards after the ones that we had already opened that I owed from the night before.
Yeah, complaint. He's not grateful he got $650 last night because if you add that to today's stream, $730 across 2 streams. Sounds pretty good to me.
But the thing is, the night before had done so well, and quite frankly, I think some of the people who had been there the night before weren't going to contribute again the next day when they, supported so much for Final Fantasy VI. So again,
Okay, so Iron and Sakai / Only Iced Coffee was tapped out. We got it. That means you weren't hitting the goal because your regulars are not as abundant as you claim they are.
I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't upset. I was like, I get it. It's fine. It's a daytime stream where we weren't going to get a lot. It's okay. Hopefully we bounce back next time we play Assassin's Creed. Okay?
Otherwise, he will throw a fit and he will reveal to you that it's not okay all along. Like, he's really showing you it's not about entertaining you, it's about extracting money from you. He doesn't care if you're entertained or not, he just wants your money. He's assuming if he can get money from you out of pity, that means you enjoy the gameplay. The phrasing bounce back means he's absolutely disappointed.
Well, here's the thing. Here's how the stream did. A lot of people showed up at the beginning, started watching me play Blinks and Fusion Frenzy. I started playing Crimson Skies. I noticed people started to get bored. There was a drop-off. People started leaving. Notably, the first hour, I made $100. I was like, wow, I'm shocked. I didn't even think I would make $100 tonight on the Xbox stream. Then guess how many contributions I got after the first hour?
Meep, meep. Meep, meep. Meep, meep. Meep, meep.
Exactly. So basically, people got bored.
Then why didn't you go back to the games that they were liking then? They're going to stay on games that they're bored with? Or, the games that you make boring because you make every game boring?
And that might be the problem with these older games is initially there's a little bit of curiosity. Everyone wants to see what they are. But as soon as you see what they are, oh, okay, I remember that game. That's it. So
you stream it once, you do the best you can to entertain your audience, and then you call it a day. This ain't hard, Phil. Somehow you complicate it, though.
would I ever go back and do a full playthrough of any of these games? Likely not. But it was nice for a one-off stream. I'm grateful that I made $100 in 2 hours.
But you just said you made $100 in the first hour and 0 in the next.
And I explained to everyone, we'll carry over, because whenever I make $100, that's a pack of cards that I open, right? But I'm never going to do an episode of DSP pack rips for just one pack. Never. That'd be way too short and boring.
Actually, it has the potential to be the most entertaining because if you put energy into it, people would be like, oh, that's a good fun 3 minutes instead of a long, meandering, hour-long pack ripping segment where you're out of energy within the first 5 seconds.
So I said to everyone, let's save it for tomorrow. And I had an announcement to make. And I'll tell you the announcement in a second. One quick thing and then tomorrow. Earlier today, I went to upload all my videos after the first stream. I was uploading everything normally, everything's fine. I go to upload the DSP pack rips video from the first stream. I drag it into the upload browser that YouTube has to upload. My PC turned off.
You may have overloaded your RAM there, buddy.
Huh? Okay. I manually went over there and turned it back on, booted everything up again, got everything set up again, started uploading again. Everything's working. One video, still uploading properly. I go to upload that exact same video again. My PC turned off again. It happened 3 times. After the 3rd time, I said, I'm not going to try it again. Something's going on.
Well, that's extremely odd. It's probably something that happened on Phil's end. I can't verify that at all because I didn't try to upload yesterday. Maybe he should have tried to upload another video and saw what would happen.
Now, I looked online for like a reason why. There could be tons of reasons why. Could be a corrupted file. Could be something to do with power. But the problem is it's only that video, and that video plays in my video player and was able to be put into my video editor and edited fine. So how could it be a corrupted video? You might say, well, maybe it's a power issue.
What editing did you do to that video? Because you don't typically edit. What you should have done is took the OBS file, then put it in the software, and then have it render it, and then see what happens after you uploaded that. This may be why he only uploads 1 hour video playthrough, because he probably has files that are so large that his PC can't handle it. But you would think his new PC could be able to handle it, because he got an absurdly high-powered PC for what he's doing.
Why would there be a power issue that only affects my power supply when I'm only uploading one specific video to YouTube and nothing else? I am completely confused. I don't know. I couldn't find any real explanation online. I asked the late stream. No one really knew then. I'm confused. If anyone has any ideas of what it could be, I just hope it's not a sign that maybe my power supply is dying, because I gave up. And what I did is I ran the video through a video editor to encode it at a different file type, right? Then I went to upload it, worked perfectly fine. And for the record, every other video that I uploaded earlier today, uploaded perfectly fine. Just this one video. So I really don't get it. I hope it's not a power supply issue. Last thing I want is to have to buy a new power supply and figure out how to not only install it, but manually hook up everything in that PC to it, because I know, you know, with the graphics card, everything, you got special hookups and stuff. Oh, I hope not. I hope that the power supply is okay, seriously.
Yeah, because he needs Darziak to walk him through it, and Darziak told him to kick rocks after Phil insulted him.
Anyway, if you have ideas, let me know, leave a comment, or talk to me tomorrow on stream, because I'm all ears. I don't know what happened there. So if they come, maybe we open those instead. Instead of keep going with Pitch Black with Pokemon right now, put that back on the shelf again, and now do One Piece. I think that'd be neat.
He's so repetitive. I know he said that in the end of the stream, but it's like, dude, it's just nonstop repeating.
So I owe you a pack. Hopefully people will come and support Dark Souls. If we get support, we'll open multiple packs. Let's try out One Piece for the first time ever.
Yeah, he took the leap from we are going to make the decision to I made the decision, and this is what we're doing pretty quickly. But we all know when he says we, it's really just him.
Now, I explained this on the early stream. I'm just going to say it in a nutshell. Final Fantasy VI's playthrough is going to get completely claimed on YouTube for the soundtrack. For some reason, the people who own the rights to the soundtrack loaded it onto YouTube, and it all gets content ID matched. That means I make nothing whatsoever on any of the videos of Final Fantasy VI. Zero. So all your views when you're watching on demand, I don't get paid for any of it. Someone else is getting the revenue, not me.
Ah, so it sounds like it isn't a live stream issue, which makes the complaining even more ridiculous. Like, what is he whining about less than 1,000 views every time he uploads 2 videos? So let's be real, like maybe 15,000 views that he's not getting ad revenue for when he gets over 400,000 views a month. Like, really, Phil? And that's assuming he plays it like 15 times a month, where odds are he'll probably tap out at like 12 times a month. So yeah, it's just an excuse to beg for more money.
So, if you like Final Fantasy VI, please do one of two things. Show up to the streams and support those streams. Make them big streams so that way it's viable to do, or leave me a tip. You can leave me a tip literally at any time via PayPal. The link's in the description of every video and every stream. If you're watching on demand, you can leave a tip. Say, this is for Final Fantasy VI. Sorry it got claimed. I want to support it. There you go.
Yeah, any dent should realize that they should never do that because Phil will never shout it out. When was the last time he shouted out a contribution he got off stream? When did he ever shout out a super thanks he got? And it's like the dumbest reason ever. Let's be generous and say he loses $5 each time he plays the game instead of playing another game. He's losing out on 15 bucks, but if he's hitting goals of 150 every time he plays it versus games where he's getting like $90, he's ahead. Like, unless the archive streams get all the ad revenue taken away, it's just complete baloney. And even if the ad revenue gets taken from the stream too, it probably still is complete baloney.
or just show up to any live stream and support it, okay?
Well, I'm glad we're on the same page as support being financial support.
Let's make Final Fantasy VI great tomorrow night. Let's open some packs. Let's have a great day tomorrow, okay, everyone? Thank you so much. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, he didn't have a good day, and then he tells people to whale out on the next stream he has. Cool. Sounds about right. Or should I clarify and say the next night stream, even though he also wants the day stream to be whaled out too? Well, that may or may not happen. Thank you all for watching. This is Robust turning off the station. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to show Phil the power of edited content, and I will see you all next time. Bye.